said what? Oh, what a way to start it out. How you guys doing?
Dude, I am doing great. I just ate some food. I played some golf this morning. Started my day early. I'm watching the Cowboys, podcasting on a Sunday. It's nice. Good day. Beautiful day out. How are you guys doing?
Wait, what'd you shoot?
God, terrible. Don't even ask.
Oh, come on, you gotta tell us.
I only played 9 because if you get there before 7 a.m., you can play 9 for like $20. I shot like 14 over. That was terrible.
Oh God, on the front?
I just played the back 9. I was just terrible. I'm a horrible golfer.
Jeez.
But it's fun. But it sucks because it was 7 a.m., but the fact that I'm also not drinking right now just doesn't make it nearly as fun either. So it's like I don't know. Oh man.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie though, Chase. I was smashing my driver.
Really?
I could not hit my irons to save my life on the range today. But
Oh.
dude, I was smacking my driver. I mean, I was pushing 300. I mean, I was consistently hitting like 280 or so
You're hitting 280 on the fly or after bouncing and stuff?
on the fly, bro. I was raking it.
Honestly, for your size and your weight, that's really impressive. You might be part Asian.
No.
I'm telling you, bro.
What is that even supposed to mean?
I don't get it.
I mean this like in a non-racist way. I'm Asian, and I'm not one of the gifted ones. But Asian golfers, they are so skinny, so small, just have some smooth swings and just fucking tanks,
Dude.
tanks.
Have you seen this guy on TikTok? I think he's Chinese, and he every single swing looks the exact same.
Well, that's
you know who I'm talking about,
it's
right?
It's a loop, Cole. They just play a loop. Yes, he has.
Is it really?
Swing. It's just a loop, but yes, he has a great swing. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about, though, right? Yeah.
That is the smoothest golf swing I've ever seen.
And it doesn't even look like he hits it that hard.
And it goes, Doom!
Yeah, it just flies.
Asian power.
Oh God.
We're getting off topic. Sorry.
You got do you have the Cowboys game up right now?
Yeah, dude. They're starting shitty, but I mean, it's the first quarter. I don't know. Now that college is over, it's like my whole focus is now with NFL. But I don't know. I mean, college is it really over with all these fucking coaches leaving and the transfer portal and all this stuff? Like, I don't know. I feel like this week we have way more to talk about than we did last week.
Oh my God, yeah. We gotta address. We didn't do an episode like after the Nick Saban news, so we haven't even talked about that.
Yeah. Well, go ahead, Luis.
I was just gonna say right off the bat, because I know like by now like it's already been announced who their new head coach is, and I actually didn't see that coming. Like I knew he was gonna be a name, DeBoer, that was gonna be thrown around just because of how good he's done at Washington, but I don't know. I just didn't, in my opinion. I know I texted Cole. I texted Cole the same thing, but I didn't think that Alabama was gonna think he was gonna be good enough to take them, forward. And it's also like a situation of like following Saban, dude. That's probably going to be the toughest thing to do. Like, how can you even like live up to that? Even like a quarter of that, But I don't know. I wish him the best. Like I like him. I like him as a coach. I like what he did at Washington. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
To be fair, I think that he was either their third or fourth option.
Yeah.
Because
yeah. After
Sark,
Lanning,
they asked Sark and Dan Lanning, and both of them declined it. Now, I don't know if that's 100% factual.
It has to be.
I think that that's probably what happened. Is that they offered Sark and Dan Lanning. I think they offered Dan Lanning first. I think that's who they really wanted.
Yeah,
because he was real quick to post something about how he's not leaving Oregon. Yeah, he was really quick about it.
I was seeing a lot of people claiming that Sark was offered first, but I really don't see that. I don't
think he was.
I really think Lanning had to have been number one, and I mean for the same reason you just said, because he was like the first one to like make his his little video of like I'm not going anywhere, and then Sark.
Well, I also think deep down they've wanted a defensive coordinator, head coach. and
Mhm.
Dan Lanning is a defensive guy, and I think that that's what they wanted first. They wanted a defensive minded head coach.
Yeah,
Then
I
they
mean
went to
he had.
Sark,
Yeah,
and then they
he.
either went to Kalen DeBoer or they went to Mike Norvell. I don't know if they went to Mike Norvell or not. If they
I
did,
think
then
I
Kalen
think they
DeBoer would have
did.
been their fourth option.
I think they did because why else would? Well, I mean, so you know how like FSU gave him a contract extension, and maybe it could have just been because they were scared that he was going to get offered and take it.
It's
But I
possible.
think I like it's possible that that's a scenario. But I imagine he probably was at least. I don't know if he was like fully offered the job, but I think they had to have at least given him a call and tried to talk to him and recruit him. But I don't know. I do agree though. I do think Kalen ended up being like a good fourth, fifth choice, but I mean that isn't a bad choice to when you if you're 4 or 5 down the line, like that's still like a pretty good hire. But man, I don't know. Like I really couldn't tell you like if Alabama is just gonna like turn around and go start going 6-6 or 7-5, or if they're just gonna
Yeah.
keep being as good as they have been. A part of me is thinks there's probably I straight up I think they're going to be good, but I don't think they're going to be contending for national championships as often. At least, like I
See,
think there's going to be some years where they do, depending on how good Kalen ends up doing. But Nick Saban is, I mean, he's the GOAT. Like there's no way you can't really sugarcoat
You
it.
got to temper expectations no matter who you hire
well,
Yeah,
my
if you're
question,
Alabama.
yeah, my question for you guys was going to be, what do you guys think is a successful season for Bama next year? Because they still have I mean, they still have Milrow, who, yeah, I mean, I don't
No,
know if he
Milrow
he's
transferred
gone.
yesterday. Yeah, he entered the transfer portal yesterday.
Oh, I did not know that.
Isaiah Bonds
Yeah.
is also going to Texas now.
Wait,
I'm almost
so
let me hold on. Now you guys got me worried. Let me
I
double
didn't,
check
I
that.
didn't, I didn't see Milrow transferring. I didn't know that.
I know
Um,
Isaiah Bonds did.
and then Cam Ward is officially at Miami.
He's out at Miami.
No, like he
Oh, wait a
declared
minute.
for the draft or some shit, and now he's back with Miami for sure.
Oh yeah. Like he withdrew.
Yeah, he withdrew, and then now he's back. Some shit like that. But yeah, I don't know. But like, what do you guys think is a successful season for Bama next year? 9-3,
I don't have their
8-4.
schedule. I don't have their schedule right in front of me, so I couldn't tell you like I don't know. I couldn't give it like an in depth analysis, but my knee jerk reaction to that question is probably just 9 or 10 wins. Like if you go
Yeah,
10-2 in your first year with Kalen DeBoer, like you kind of you got to call that a W, dude.
yeah.
Now if they go 6-6 or something crazy that we haven't seen Alabama do since
Oh shit.
what, like 2006, like around those years, then I'd be a little bit worried just because regardless, like Alabama is still going to have talent. Like that's not
Yeah,
necessarily going to be a problem. But
we just got another alert. Jedd
Hey,
Fisch
real
to
quick, I
Washington.
was wrong. I was wrong. Real quick,
oh
Jalen
wow, we
Milrow's
just got
not
picked off.
transferring. The post that I saw was a fake post, and
Yeah,
I
I was gonna
didn't
say.
look at it long enough. So no,
Well,
yeah, he's not transferring. As far as I know, he's staying at Bama. And as far as their ceiling, and then sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but
no,
I
we're good.
think that they should be happy if they get to another 10-win season. Like
Yeah,
I feel like that should
absolutely.
still be the standard with Bama, but you also got to realize that nobody in college football right now, at least other than maybe Kirby Smart, who has somewhat proven himself like to be on that same level of greatness, like you got to expect like you're not going to be making the playoff every year anymore. You're not going to be
Yeah.
winning SEC championships every year or every other year.
Well,
It's just not. I mean,
I still think the expectation should be going to the playoff every year. Now that it's a 12 team format, though,
Oh
because
yeah, for them.
you're actually
if you
right. Yeah,
if you're a
you are.
top if you're a top 4 SEC team, like there's a chance that you are probably in the playoff or at least have a good shot at being, like the 10, 11 seed or whatever. So I think the expectation should still be make the playoff. But yeah, just like what you're saying, you can't expect to win SEC championships every year. You can't expect to win natties as often as you were. I mean, even then, Nick Saban was winning. He won 6 at Bama.
Yes, seven
Six.
total.
And one at LSU.
Yeah.
But since we're on the topic of it, him taking the Alabama job, his old job just got replaced by Jed Fish. They just
Did it
hired him.
really?
Yeah, that's a great pickup for Washington.
That's the Arizona coach, right?
Mm-hmm. That is the winningest coach in UCLA history. He has a coaching record of 1-0. So, dude, that's a huge
Jesus.
pickup for Washington, though. That's a great replacement.
Yeah, I like him, and I
Oh, he's
mean
great.
Washington has proven that it's one of the top programs. Obviously, it's not a blue blood, but I mean it's one of the top programs in college football right now. Kalen DeBoer
Yeah.
is a lot of the reason for that.
Yeah.
So
So,
what Jedfish has done, like culture wise at Arizona, is extremely incredible. They
in a
were
2-year
a
span.
really in a really short span.
Yeah.
He got them. He just beat Oklahoma in the Alamo Bowl a few weeks ago. I mean, I think Washington should be very happy that they were able to jump on someone as high caliber, kind of up and coming, if you will, as he is.
Yeah, I think that's huge for Washington fans. I'd be upset about losing Norvell, but I mean, fucking Fish he's an offensive wizard. He's a
Yeah,
wizard,
I
and
like him a
I
lot.
think that's
Wait,
huge.
so Arizona lost their head coach? I've been kind of
Mhm.
out of the loop.
No, just right now he took the Washington job.
Oh wow, okay. I mean
Mhm.
that's a big blow for
Do you think
Arizona.
Fafita follows him?
Is that the freshman
That's
quarterback?
their
Oh
quarterback.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely, absolutely.
He should.
He should. I mean, the job's open now at Washington.
yeah, he should.
Washington's also built to be somewhat successful in the Big Ten. Like I know the Big
Hmm.
Ten is going to be a lot more competitive.
Absolutely.
I know the Big Ten is going to be a lot more competitive, a lot more physical, and more challenging to win than the Pac-12. Outside of this year, because I know this year the Pac-12 was really good, but
Really good,
for
yeah.
the most part in the last decade, it's been the fourth or fifth best Power Five in my opinion. But I still think Washington's a program that's going to be built to at least compete for it every year. You know,
Mhm.
Except for this year, I think that the team that's poised to the best new team that's poised to make a run at the Big Ten next year is going to be Oregon.
Oh,
Oregon.
And
absolutely, absolutely, Oregon.
if DeBoer didn't leave Washington, I would have said Washington.
Yeah.
But I mean,
So
Oregon, they've got so many guys returning. They've got a great defensive minded coach. I
yeah,
think that out of the new teams,
good
they're
quarterback.
poised to make the best run.
Yeah, it's weird to me. I don't know what is Dante Moore thinking. Is he thinking that he's going to sit behind Dylan
Yeah.
Gabriel for a year, develop? See,
Hmm.
that's what that's the best thing he should have done. He wasted a year at UCLA.
Yeah, he
He
did.
he could have done that last year. He could have been the
Yeah.
starting quarterback this year for Oregon if he would have done that last year. But
Yeah,
whatever, dude.
he should have just stayed committed to Oregon the whole time. Or did he ever commit to Oregon, or was that just who
He
he was
was
crystal
committed to
balled
Oregon.
to?
No,
He
he was committed
was.
to
Okay.
Oregon, and then he flipped to UCLA like the day before
Hmm.
signing day or something like that.
Yeah.
Because then all of a sudden I'm like, oh my god, UCLA just got their second 5-star player ever. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Look what happened to the other 5-star that they had, Jalen Phillips. He transferred too. It's like they don't. I don't know. Fucking, I hate Chip Kelly. I just hate him. I hate him.
Dude, the Big Ten is going to be so interesting to watch, I think, especially even more so if Harbaugh ends up leaving. Because if
Chargers.
he stays, he may as well, like, I think Michigan, you may as well just bookmark them to win the Big Ten. But if
Well,
he does leave, I mean, that
JJ
opens it
is in the
up.
draft. JJ's going to the draft
Yeah, but
Came out
JJ
today.
was just
When
the
did he
game
announce
manager.
that?
this morning.
Wow. That is sort of an indicator
Mm-hmm.
about what Jim Harbaugh is thinking. Because JJ
Agreed.
McCarthy is not, I mean, he'll be lucky to go in the 6th round. If I had to guess, he'll probably go undrafted.
Dude, I
He's
really
gonna
don't
go-
think he's that good.
He's going to go the same place that JT Strout went. No offense. He's going to go undrafted. Did you see that? Did you
What?
see JT declared for the draft?
Did he really?
I mean, no disrespect. I don't know if he's going to hear this but buddy, you're not getting drafted. you were the third string at Arkansas State.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh,
Was
Jesus.
he was at Colorado last year, right?
Yeah. dude.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was
He was
statistically.
at
Man, I feel really bad because we're kind of shitting on him, but he was statistically the worst quarterback in college
in
football last
football.
year.
I mean, dude, if I see him at the range, I'll apologize for what I've said about him. Like, he's out here all the time. I see him always. LA Fitness, like, bro, you're a lot bigger than me. Don't hurt me, but you're not getting drafted. like you're not getting drafted.
Chase is gonna reverse jinx this guy into the next Tom Brady or some shit.
Yeah, Hunter. He's gonna go. He's gonna be Mr. Irrelevant. He's gonna become
No
Brock
one,
Purdy next year.
yeah, no one,
JT12
no
or
one,
or J whatever the fuck we're gonna call him.
Yeah,
no one fucking believed in Brady, and like they all called him soft and lanky and unathletic, and then he just went on to become the GOAT. That's what
dude.
Chase
Watch
is
JJ.
doing.
I mean, honestly, the same type of people are saying the same things about like JJ McCarthy. That he's just a game manager. He's not like big enough. He's not NFL built. Like, and Michigan quarterback coming off of a national championship. It's kind of the same setup as Tom Brady. I'm not saying JJ McCarthy is
No,
the next
it's the
Tom
script's
Brady,
there.
but
The script is there. He
yeah,
just
like
has
the
to-
script is almost identical right now.
Yeah,
The script is there, but I really just don't think JJ McCarthy is going to pan out to be like
No,
even decent.
not in the
like,
modern
NFL
NFL.
quarterback.
Not in the
Yeah.
modern NFL.
Not
You
today.
yeah. I don't know. You need like a dual threat quarterback now in the
Maybe-
NFL. Like, honestly,
Maybe the X. Get
you
ready
don't
to
really
learn
see a lot of-
XFL, buddy.
yeah, XFL, USFL, or the fuck. You can go. He can go player under Bob Stoops or something. You know.
Dude, Bob Stoops is just a mastermind over in the XFL or the USFL or the UFL.
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever it's called now.
No, they merged. It's United Football League.
Yeah, you just saw the commercial for it, didn't you?
Yeah, right there. Like,
Yeah.
see the Rocks. Like, yeah, like we got
Yeah.
this shit,
I'm watching the game too.
dude. The game looks terrible. Bad start, but
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Interesting season. I mean, I honestly was wondering what we were going to talk about once the season ended, but there's still so much going on. This
Dude,
transfer portal.
college football never ends. Also, I know we don't have to talk about this right now, but even like another thing I know we wanted to talk about at some point was the new game. The NCAA game.
Yeah.
I know that's like a topic, but yeah, dude, college football never ends, bro. It's always just reloading for the next year.
This transfer
What do you think is
portal
gonna
has
happen
just
with-
like changed everything.
Oh
The
yeah,
portal. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I
And
thought
it's
it closed
all about money.
like 2 weeks ago.
I don't know because I think they're giving like all Alabama's players options to stay or leave. They have like a 30-day window. I don't know if you guys saw something like that. It's like since Saban
Interesting.
left. Yeah, dude, I don't really understand the window of it. I know like the portal.
It's fucked.
Darts. Yeah, it's
Well, they haven't lost anyone significant, have they?
Who,
I
Bama?
mean, yeah.
Dude, Isaiah Bonds just left, and now he's going to Texas.
Okay.
Their
Yeah.
best
So
wide receiver.
outside of
and,
him,
and he also came out and said it was directly because of Saban retiring. Like that was
Yeah.
why he did it. He was like, "Yep, Nick Saban retired. I'm leaving." And yeah, that's a good pickup for Texas. I'm not gonna lie. As much as I hate them, that is maybe one of the best transfer portal additions because they lost. I want to say they lost Jordan Whittington. They lost Xavier
everyone.
Worthy. I think they
Yeah.
lost. I don't know if they lost A.D. Mitchell. Maybe they did.
Yes, they lost
Um,
everybody. Everyone
yes.
entered the draft. Jatavion Sanders,
Jatavion Sanders.
Tavondre Sweat, Jonathan Brooks. Yeah, they're a little thin right now at wide receiver, so
You
they
think
could
they take-
could use that.
You think they take a big step back next year?
I don't know, dude. It's too hard to tell because
Yeah.
on one hand, for the first time in a very long time, almost 20 years, Texas has looked good. And every year that they have now granted, this has been their best season in a long time, but before this, I think that their best season for a while was when Sam Ehlinger beat
2018.
Georgia in the Sugar Bowl.
We're back.
Yeah, and look what happened the year after that. Like, I just don't.
Well, that's-
I can't
that's
tell
what
with
I'm
Texas. It's just they're either gonna continue to be on the rise or they're gonna like fall back into kind of what they've done their entire history. Is they're just sort of mid, and then they have like a stretch of 2 or 3 years where they're really good. Sometimes they'll win a national championship in one of those years, but then they
Yeah,
slip
like-
back right into kind of like not a bad team, not a really great team either, but like they're good. They're kind of good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I still think they'll probably still be decent. You know, like Texas never really struggles to recruit talent, whether it's from high school
No.
or from just transfer portal additions. And as much of an alcoholic that Sark was, seems like he's turned it around, and you know he's doing a great job. He's clean now, so we'll see if he
I
can
don't know if
keep
he's
riding.
clean, but I mean,
Hey, I was trying to be I was trying to be
like,
conservative. I was trying to give the politically correct conservative answer, but yeah, I mean, well, I guess we'll see with them. But the thing is, I mean, as long as Kirby Smart's there, he might just be the next Saban like the next couple years. I'm not saying he's going to
yeah,
go on and win another 4 natties because he's 4 shy of the 6 that Saban won at Bama, and 5 shy of the 7 that Saban has in total. But I think just like what Cole was alluding to earlier, he's kind of the only guy right now that I would put in that category of elite, like S tier head
absolutely.
coaches.
No, totally. I mean, if you win what 2 in a row, he's got how many does he have? 2,
He's got 2,
but
Yeah,
he's
he
right?
has
been
2
in,
natties, a
yeah,
few SEC championships,
and a couple
but I
playoff
mean,
appearances.
And
yeah, I
dude,
mean,
Yeah,
I would say he's probably the best coach in college football right now. I don't really think that
yeah.
that's an argument. I think that
No,
the
there is no
argument
argument.
comes like who's 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mm-hmm.
another thing too is it arguably could have been 3 in a row if they wouldn't have been left out of the playoff. If
Oh,
this would have
they
been,
totally
Yep.
could have won this game
I think
like
there you
against
can't.
Michigan.
Yeah, we've talked about this already, like on some of the other episodes. But like, you can't genuinely sit here and tell me that that wasn't one of the even 2 or 3, like even 2 best teams in the country. Like
Yeah.
they happen to lose a close game to Alabama, a really good team in an SEC championship after not losing for like 2.5 years or however long it was. If it would have
It's
been
a
the
3 point
12 team
game.
format, if it would have
Yeah,
been the 12 team format and they would have been thrown in at like the 5, 6, or even 7 seed, I would have put so much money on them to win it all,
yeah.
like to come back and
And
just
you're not a gambler, so I know that's saying something.
yeah. I'm really not like anyone
Yeah.
who knows me. Like I'll maybe throw like 2, 3 bets a year on like a fight that I am like really
Mm-hmm.
excited about or whatever. But yeah,
Yeah.
I still think Georgia and Kirby are going to be the team to beat. Still, I mean, even if Michigan ended up being the Natty winner, like that's the standard that you want is being
Yeah.
Georgia.
No, I agree, dude. That's it'll be an interesting season. I don't know, man.
What are you guys thinking
Crazy.
about the NFL playoffs? Like who do you think is poised to make a who do you think is poised to make a run?
I'll tell you what, the AFC is wide open. I don't think the AFC is nearly as strong as the NFC, but I'm telling you,
Mm-hmm.
the dark horse to win the NFC is the Rams.
I don't see that. I'm
I'm telling
fairly
you.
confident that the Lions will handle them.
No, they
So
won't.
I obviously don't watch as much NFL as I do college ball. But I like the Niners. I think they have a good chance. I like the Ravens, obviously. I would have said Cowboys. I mean, maybe I'll still say
They,
Cowboys if they turn this
they look
around.
terrible right now.
I'm watching this game. Dak threw a fucking pick earlier and we're down 14,
They
but
look like the typical Cowboys once they get in the playoffs. Every single year.
exactly.
It
It's the
doesn't change. It never
same
changes.
same fucking story. They're losing to a 9-8 Packers team that you would expect them to beat, but whatever. Cowboys gonna cowboy.
Dude, there's
Um,
still like 3 quarters. I mean,
Yeah, but
I
it's the
know it.
same thing every year, dude. I mean, Dak has
I'm
thrown
just saying.
7
Look
passes.
at him. I just saw him get sacked again. Jesus
Yeah, he
Christ.
just took a 5 yard loss right
Fucking,
there.
what a fucking little
Dude, they
bitch.
need to just get their fucking kicker out there. Their kicker's their best player, Aubrey. He's the only person going to put up points for the Cowboys.
It's my
Oh,
favorite
God.
play on 4th down. Punt.
I'll say this. I'll say this. I think that the upset of the week in the NFL could possibly be Tampa Bay.
I wouldn't
Because
say
the
that's an upset.
Eagles I wouldn't be saying that if the Eagles haven't just played so terrible the past 6 weeks.
Yeah. They're 1-5.
I mean, what did they start out, Chase? They had like 8 or 9
10 and-
wins. They were like 8
They
and 1.
were 11-1. No, they were 10-1.
Jesus.
Now then they ended at 11-6. They've lost like 5 out of their last 6. So I don't know.
I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, but I love it because Jalen Hurts is so overrated. I'm sorry.
I
I know that
agree.
you're a Oklahoma boy,
No,
but
I agree. I
bro,
agree with that.
you give me that offensive line and have these big ass fucking dudes push my fat ass through. Like I'm scoring 2 tubs a game too. Like
Well,
I
I just
and
think that
he can't throw the ball. Like I
no,
don't
I
know.
think his issue is definitely medium to long range passes. I mean, I feel
Mhm.
like he can run the short game all day long,
Yeah,
RPO action all day long. But I mean, his issue is when he has to throw the ball farther than 10 yards down the field. Like he
dude. If I
just,
had AJ Brown, who's like a top 3 receiver in the NFL, like I mean,
yeah,
he makes him look a lot better than he really is. Because that
I
guy's
agree.
a matchup nightmare. And but AJ Brown can't help you when he's not playing tomorrow. I'm telling you, Baker Mania is gonna keep going. Like bring that fucking shit back. Baker Mania is alive and well.
I I
We're
really
running
hope
this
you're
shit tomorrow.
right. I mean, I
Dude,
keep on getting like he
yeah.
does really good, and then he gets traded or like he gets
He's like,
injured.
ah.
Honestly, good for Baker, dude. He's
Uh,
kind of had the career I feel
Dude, he
that
deserves comeback
that
player of the year.
Manziel should have had.
Yeah.
he does deserve comeback player of the year. I think he wins it. I think
I
he
think
wins it.
Baker just stayed off the coke, and I think that's why he's so successful. If Manziel stays off the coke, then I think he would have had a pretty damn good career because they're the same player essentially.
Dude, that
They
No,
guy
play the
they're
is
same
not.
like,
way.
No, they're
Yes,
not.
they
well, they're
play
not the no, not the same player, but the same like personality and like
They're
the
Yeah,
not even
same.
the same personality, dude.
Okay. Obviously, there's differences. Like Baker was like just a competitor, and he hated to fucking lose. And like Manziel was more about like being flashy and like I'm him. I'm the
Yes.
fucking guy. Like I'm gonna fucking do the money signs. But
Where the simil where the
the sim.
similarities came were when Baker got disrespected.
Mm-hmm.
And Baker was constantly being disrespected, and he doesn't like to be disrespected. So he comes out with a massive chip on his shoulder. And he's trying to prove people wrong. Where Johnny Manziel had a chip on his shoulder, but it was more of an ego issue. Where Baker was more like, okay, you don't think I can do this, watch me. And then I'm gonna flip you off while I'm doing it. Does that make sense?
I always think of the infamous Kansas game in Lawrence that one year,
Yes.
that's
his
great with the
Heisman
flag.
year, where
No,
he
that was
well no,
against
not
Ohio
even the
State.
Are
flag.
you
I'm talking
jerking
about
off? What the fuck was that?
I'm doing
Yeah,
the
that's what
crotch
Baker
grab.
did.
I'm doing the
Oh, he
crotch
did?
grab.
You
Yeah,
never saw
dude.
that?
Oh
Dude,
my
No,
against
god,
how is that?
Chase.
Kansas.
I thought
Can
you
I,
saw
Luis, can I
like
tell
I
him the
thought you
story?
heard like I thought you heard Baker's name and started beating off or something. That's what I was like. What the fuck?
No, wait, okay.
Let
Can I
me
tell
tell
you
it.
the
Let me
story about what Baker did?
let me tell it because I'm not even an Oklahoma fan,
Go
and I can
ahead.
just give you like the neutral point of view. Well, basically what happened is they were playing Kansas in Lawrence, and Kansas is like fucking terrible this year, like most years before, up until last year. And during one of like the offensive drives, like one of the Kansas players like took a cheap shot at him and like hurt his shoulder. And
You got
then
to
I think
rewind to
later,
what happened at the coin toss.
oh yeah, they didn't. Yeah, at the coin
They didn't shake his
toss,
hand,
they didn't shake his
right?
hand. Like they all had their hands behind his back, and he's just like, all right, like that's how it's gonna be. He like starts clapping at them, and like he just took that personally. Like they take a cheap shot at him, and then he goes and scores a touchdown on one of their many touchdowns they probably scored that day. And then he goes over to the sideline as he's looking at the KU sideline, starts grabbing his crotch, and he's just like, "Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you," as he's grabbing his crotch. And then that's when I think they benched him, like they suspended him for the first half of the next game, and they had that big press conference where Lincoln Wiley was fucking tearing up and shit about like, oh, I don't want to do this, but I have to or whatever. And then Baker's like, oh, like I'll let my teammates down. And he starts fucking crying, and I'm like, bro, like it's not that big of a deal, like whatever.
says,
And then it's
Cole Boomer
fucking and then
can't
the
watch me for
Oklahoma
the first
players,
half.
and then the Oklahoma players do the next game. They walk out to the coin toss with like his jersey as if he like had fucking died or
He
something.
like died.
Because he couldn't be the coin toss as a team captain, and so they walk out with his
Oh
jersey,
god.
like holding it up,
That's
and,
awesome.
like to support him, I guess. And I'm like, bro, he's not fucking dead. Like he's gonna come back at halftime. It was a
That's
it
hilarious.
was funny.
It wasn't
that
even
was
halftime. It was one drive.
Whoa!
It was just
a
the first drive of the game, bro. It was the first drive of the game.
What you guys do? Like
And
a
I
3
don't
now?
I don't remember them bringing his jersey out for the coin
Dude,
toss.
I'm pretty sure. I want to say they did or something. They did something where everyone
Because
was
he
like,
just
bro.
was out for one drive, and that one drive ended up being 15 seconds because Kyler Murray took it like 82 yards to the 1 yard line and then scored the next play.
Yeah, that was an exciting Heisman campaign, I'd say. Like, as you know, in recent memory, like I know there's been some good Heisman winners. You know, you got Burrow who won it. You got, you got Jameis Winston about a decade or so ago. Cam Newton, like Johnny Manziel, all these dudes. But I think Baker had one of those really memorable ones, just because he was torching everyone, and there almost seemed to be drama. There almost seemed to be drama and imbued in it every other week.
He's still one of the only quarterbacks in college football to absolutely torch the Georgia defense.
I called it too. I remember calling that shit. I remember I was having a conversation with John Hafner. I don't know if you remember him, and he was like so high on the Georgia, halfcock, and he had like we had gotten into this argument. He's like, bro, Oklahoma is not going to put up more than like 15 points. Like, I know Oklahoma's offense is good, but this Georgia defense, and I was like, no. I was like, this is Baker Mayfield and Hollywood Brown and all those boys. Like, they will put up points. And sure enough, they put up like 40 or something. And it was just the Oklahoma defense that cost them. But whatever.
Unbelievable. Whatever. Yeah, you're right. Whatever. Fuck it.
How nuts would it be? I want to say something. Like, do you think it could be a possibility that in this new NCAA game, like we'd be able to play with like past teams?
100%.
No, I think that it's going to all be. No, I think it's going to be downloadable rosters, like user created.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
it's going to be in the cloud. But I don't think that EA is going to create like retro teams.
Well, the only reason I ask is because a lot of those dudes are in the league and they're already in Madden. So like all you really have to do is maybe like bump their stats down a little bit and then throw them on an Oklahoma roster, for example. I think that'd be pretty cool, but EA is EA.
But the thing is that I don't think that they'll take the time to create retro teams. I think that there will be an option in the game, like there is for any sports game, to create custom rosters, and then you'll have to go in and download from like the community files because some dude on a PC spent 78 hours creating it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Dude, it'd be really cool to like
yeah,
Hollywood,
I would too. I'd use it.
Hollywood Brown for the win. Like that would be so sick, Luis. Like
I
think that would be so cool if you could have Baker to Hollywood for the win and
screaming at my TV, Hollywood for the win. He's bigger for the win. He's just him.
You gotta let those naysayers know.
Let them know.
Let the naysayers know. Let the naysayers know.
Excuse me. Lou's gonna make me fucking.
Dude, I am in all honesty. Like, I don't think I've been this excited for a game ever. So, I mean, part of me is nervous just because I don't know if I'm expecting too much, but they've also had so much time to work on this. So, like, if it doesn't end up being good, it'd just be the biggest disappointment ever. Like, it's almost impossible to fumble the bag.
Are you getting worried at all that they haven't announced anything else, like, since the Natty?
A little bit. And I'm not worried that this means it's not going to happen. Like, I'm just worried that maybe they're like, oh, like we're going to delay it even more just to like work on it and like smooth it out a little bit more. But the thing, I just said it, like they've had so much time and they announced it like 2 years ago that it was going to come back. Like you'd think that's more
And
than
two
enough
years ago
time.
that they and 2 years ago they also said that they had been working on it for an extra year and a half or something like that. So they've had like almost 5 years to or 4 years or something like that to work on this game. They've had
Maybe
plenty of time.
maybe they're just I don't know, maybe they're just waiting to give us like a trailer when it's close to the release date so that people don't have to wait even longer, if that makes sense.
Ah,
That's
Like let's
GTA
say the
bullshit.
release date, let's say it like the release date is still set for June or July or whenever, like, and then they just end up releasing a trailer next month or even the month after that, seeing that and then saying like, oh wow, like the game's going to come out in 3 or 4 months. Like that would be pretty cool just because we've been waiting so long for it. But who knows? The only thing that worries me is that at EA, like they have not had the best reputation when it comes to a lot of these games. Like they're either copy and paste or the functionality is fucked. I mean, Cole and I were talking about it the other night. Like, no one likes Madden anymore, and like the
Who
FIFA
cares
games,
to
like
play
they've been
Madden?
copy and
Yeah.
paste forever. They've even taken features away at for some games. So, we'll see.
Sorry.
they've just started like I don't know, dude. Like EA, I've always felt like their best game, like as of right now, is probably FIFA and now EAFC. But I feel like that's because that's probably their biggest like money maker because
Because everyone
it's a
plays it, the whole world.
everyone in the world plays it. Where really like I mean, they already fumbled the bag on the NBA games. They were the dominant, NBA Live
Mhm.
was dominant in the early 2000s and 90s, and then they lost that to 2K. They used to have MLB 2K, and they lost that to the show because it just
Mhm.
was terrible. Oh, I'm sorry. No, MLB 2K was 2K Sports. That's my bad. But NHL has just been a copy and paste. Like no one plays the PGA Tour games,
No.
and EAFs or UCF or UFC. Sorry, UFC has been terrible reviews. This new one, UFC 5. I've heard,
That's
and they've taken like, dude, Luis, did you hear that they took like fighter walkouts and entrances out?
no way.
Yeah, like in certain game modes, it completely skips it.
So basically, the same thing they did with EAFC, because that was one of the biggest complaints was the immersiveness of like the walkouts and like the team lineups and shit was like, at least for me and some other people, like it was our favorite thing, like being able to see like the match
Yeah.
atmosphere. Turn that shit off now.
What are you
Yeah,
doing?
I was doing Patty the Batty.
that's part of like
Oh,
that's part of the immersiveness though, and they took that away from EAFC. Maybe that's another thing I'm worried about in the NCAA is like we don't even get fucking lineups or like intros and shit like for the college game, but
yeah, we better because that's going to be the coolest thing is seeing like pregame rituals, like your team running out of the tunnel, the
dude,
fight
yeah,
song playing, the crowd, and
like
and the good news is that all the leaks that I've seen is apparently EA Sports has asked every single school that's participating in the game for pregame sounds, postgame sounds, any rituals like flyover shots, bird's eye view of the stadium, of the campus, in the evening, in the nighttime, like surrounding city. They've asked for all of those shots, so I can only hope that there's going to be those like pregame snapshots or introductions, so to speak, because that'll just make the game so much more immersive. And I feel like that's what everyone's wanting. They just want to feel like they're coaching or playing in a game of college football. That's all we really want.
I'd like for
And
the
dynasty
Cowboys to
mode,
come
and we
back and
want
win.
dynasty mode. We need
I'd be
dynasty mode to be
yeah,
good.
I'd be very angry actually if like all these features that even NCAA 14 and 13 and 12 have or had, like if they don't have those same features at least over here, it's like what did you spend these like years doing? I don't know.
Yeah, it's I mean they've had plenty of time to make this as perfect as possible. And the good news is if they get it right now, then they can copy and paste it next year and they can just build on it. they don't have to start over. Like dude, if they get this right, like college football is one of those games where you can eventually, like if you give us everything we want, you can eventually just start pressing copy and paste every year. Or you can
Mhm.
start, instead of creating a whole new game, just do an update that costs $20 and it updates the current game to newer graphics and a new roster
Yeah.
Jerseys.
and new jerseys. Or maybe, every so many years you start creating new game modes. Like if you get this right now, you can just build on it and you don't have to change anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. God, EA is such a scumbag like company though. Like they have fucked up so much shit. So
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm asking too much from them. Please, EA, don't fuck this up.
Tag them.
I just
Reel it, clip it.
Please, EA
a part of me
Sports.
almost wished that someone else picked it up.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I would have wanted 2K to pick it up, but uh, I don't know. Like, I don't know if there's any other like company out there that could have picked it up and like made a good college football game. You know?
Rubbing tubs. We would have made the best game.
Oh, you know how to code?
I don't know
Jeff
how to do
Merrick
any of that
showed
shit.
me how to
Millions and
yesterday.
millions and millions of lines of code. Like, you want to go through and do that?
I took web development at West Ranch. Mr. Bro might be able to help me out.
Yeah, highly doubt that, buddy.
He was different. He didn't see the baseball player in me, but he saw the good student in me, and I made friends with him senior year. So yeah,
Did he?
that was the
That's
guy
right.
who cut me from the baseball team.
He cut you.
Whatever. You're still fat.
Oh, Jesus. Me?
Hmm?
I'm fat.
With a P, like fat, like as in like thick, like
Oh, okay.
precious, like precious.
Badass.
Oh, that's nasty.
I'm just
Jesus,
kidding.
wait, did Green Bay score again?
Yeah, it's
Bro,
22.
I really jinxed the Cowboys, didn't I? I said they were going to win by 17, and CD was going to have 10 catches for 162 tubs. He just now caught his first pass after a
Dude,
couple
it's the
targets.
Cowboys. I told
Dude,
you.
there is a
You can
second
never
half.
say that Yeah, but you can never say the Cowboys are a lock in the playoffs.
No,
Fuck
you
Baker.
can't say anyone's a lock, but it's the same reason like Michigan inevitably, found success one year. Like you can't fucking choke that many times in a row, can you? Like how statistically
Yeah, you
likely is
can.
it? I mean, you can, but like it's just like you gotta fucking win at some point, and they just never fucking do. It is,
Motherfucker, bro.
It's a cursed organization, my friend. It's a cursed organization.
I'm almost thankful that I'm not a diehard or like a super involved NFL fan, just because I feel like if I was, I'd be so much more miserable, like just in life,
No
in
doubt.
general.
Yeah.
Like
No doubt.
how miserable I would be. I can't even imagine. Who was it?
Yeah, well,
Who's the team that like only just now got to the playoffs after like 30 years or something? Was there a team that just did that, or am I high?
I don't know. I don't.
is it the Lions?
Maybe
The Lions just won their first like division title in a long fucking time.
that's what it was.
That's probably what
Okay,
you're thinking,
that's
yeah.
probably it.
Well, they're gonna
The
lose
damn
tonight to
Lions.
the Rams, so this is what it is,
Yeah,
boys.
I'm telling
I
you
don't
right
know.
now, the Lions are not going to lose at home. Not to the Rams. I mean, I feel like Jared Goff kind of has something to prove in this game too.
Okay, think about it that way, right? Doesn't Matthew Stafford have something to prove going back to his old city with his new team? The place
Not
he played for
necessarily
12
because
years?
Matthew Stafford was. I don't think so because Matthew Stafford was considered the steal in that trade, and
No.
I don't know.
He's going to go to his old city and tear the fuck up. McVay is a lot better coach than Dan Campbell. He's a great coach, don't get me wrong, but McVay is a wizard. You will see. But then
Okay.
again, I said the Cowboys would win today. So you know what? Who fucking knows? Oh my god, dude!
What just
Dak
happened?
just threw a pick six.
Wait, what?
27-0.
You guys are
27.
way ahead of me.
I'm only just now coming back from commercial break. So they're
Sorry.
down
Sorry.
27-0.
Yeah,
What the
Dak just threw a
heck?
pick six. I
Yeah, you're way ahead. You're way ahead of me. I still haven't seen this. It's second and two. Did he throw it on second and two?
Mm-hmm. 3, 2.
Yep, interception.
Shit.
It's over, dude.
Yeah, that's okay.
Wow.
I'll turn this crap off.
Yeah.
Dude, the Cowboys suck.
This is just like, when it was 7-0, I was like, all right, you know what? Bad defense. But like 27-0 at half, that's yeah, that's a wrap. Sorry, Luis.
Damn, look at these fans, bro. They look flabbergasted.
Every year. Every year. It never changes. It never changes.
To
They
the
need to
fucking
they need to move on from Dak Prescott.
to the fucking
Dude, he
Packers
had
too,
a good
dude.
year.
Yeah, but it's just a curse. Like you can be good all year, but if you're gonna disappear in your very first playoff game, like what is it for? Like, you know, that's
I mean,
that's where you earn your money is
Yeah,
in
but dude,
playoff
how do
games.
you disappear in the playoffs every single year?
I don't know, dude. Genuinely
Like it's
can't
not.
tell you.
It's kind of weird at this point because they do this every single year. Like for a while there, it was just kind of a joke. Like, oh, the Cowboys are going to disappear in the playoffs again. But now it's like, no, like they're going to disappear again. Like
Yeah.
this is too many times that this happens. I mean, it's to a point where you got to start as fans. Dude, I'd be calling for Jerry Jones to sell the team.
Dude, boy, Turpin's got wheels. Holy shit.
Dude, shout out Terp. That dude does
He's-
have wheels.
He just had the biggest fucking play for Dallas all
Hey, you when you hit me when you hit me when that glove.
Hey, yo, Jackson, when you hit me with an glove, boy.
Oh man. Anything else we gotta talk about before I go watch this shitty second half? What do you think?
Oh Jesus.
How do you feel? Have you guys been watching any college basketball recently?
Dude, our
Kind
Horned
of.
Frogs are legit.
We
Yeah,
are.
GC looks
legit.
good.
We got fucked by Kansas, got cheated by the refs. We are legit.
Yeah, we would have had 3 top 10 wins in a row. Like that's what should have happened, dude. And honestly, I've been saying like I thought we were going to be decent and like we're going to be pretty good this year. I didn't think we were going to win all 3 of those games. I was like,
Yeah.
I'll be happy if we win one of those. You know, like number 1 Kansas, number 9 Oklahoma, number 2 Houston. Like that's a really tough 3-game stretch. We end up winning 2 of those and actually should have won 3. So now I'm wondering like damn, like are we like a legitimate like top 12 team now, or like I don't think we'll be that high in the rankings whenever they come out. I think they'll probably put us somewhere at like 17, 18. I think we're top 15.
I was going to say 15.
Well, I think we should be top 15, but I like the voters have never like looked at us and been impressed with us ever, and they're always going to find a reason to, I don't know, to kind of dog on us. They're going to say, oh, like those 2
Who are the
wins
2
against-
losses to?
We lost a game to Nevada, which was like a BS game, but that was like a couple weeks ago, and then we lost to Kansas at Allen Fieldhouse.
Fucked by the ref.
Fucked by the refs.
Yeah.
With a phantom flagrant that I don't think was a flagrant, and then they also couldn't. They weren't even supposed to do what they did. Like they couldn't. They weren't supposed to stop the fast break unless like. In that situation, I was like looking up the rules and shit, and apparently they were only allowed to actually stop the play if the injured player's team had the ball, and they didn't. We were off on a fast break, and they just blew it dead.
Exactly.
And then
you can't do that. You don't
You
have the
can't-
ball. You can't call a timeout. You can't review something that happened 5 seconds prior. It's bullshit.
Yeah. The only other way was like if it's not a fast break anymore, and now they like just start playing like slower tempo or whatever. But it was a fast break. But yeah, anyways, whatever. So we end up beating Oklahoma. That was a good win, and then beat Houston. That's another good team. I didn't think they were ever going to actually be the number 2 team in the country. Like now that they're in the Big 12, like this is so much harder to win games in the Big 12 than it is in the American. But we'll see, man. I like our Horned Frogs, bro. We're looking good. The Hypno Toad is back, baby. They started releasing the acid videos again.
Oh, Jesus. Imagine the Hypnotoad makes a run in basketball now. That'd be crazy.
Emmanuel Miller, him. He is him. We got a solid roster, boys. I'd be happy with like a
Dude,
Sweet 16
You know
berth
who's
this year.
like for the
Hell
first
yeah.
time in 30 years, CSUN actually has a good basketball program. They're like 14-3. No, I swear to God, they're 14-3 and they're second in the Big West. They're not bad at all. Like,
Shut the
I don't
fuck
know.
up.
Who?
My
He's
alma
talking
mater,
about CSUN, Cal State
Northridge.
Northridge.
Oh.
That's right, baby. Matadors.
Jesus.
Hey, we're making the tournament. You'll see. We're gonna win the Big West.
That'd be cool.
All right.
Maybe we'll
keep
play each
thinking
other.
that.
Maybe we'll play each other.
I would love that.
Is Dallas trying to get a field goal right now?
Well, I think Dallas gets the ball back at half.
They do. If
right?
Dallas could get a score here, I mean, it'd be huge. But
Fucking Dak, dude.
yeah, 2 picks. He scored more points for their team, bro.
Chase,
Bro.
where are they at
They're at
on
the
your
10-yard
timeline
line.
right now?
I'm at
Oh, wow. They're at the
29,
20
28,
They're at the 22 in mine.
26.
Yeah, I'm way behind y'all. They're at like the 27.
Dak's
Do
gotta
they still
hurry
have
the
2
fuck up.
timeouts, Chase?
They have no timeouts. Yeah, they do. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Yeah, they just
got-
called one.
Oh.
I'm about 20 seconds. I just ran the play.
I'd be honestly, obviously it doesn't look like it's gonna be the Cowboys, but I will be happy as long as the Chiefs don't win the Super Bowl because I can't fucking stand them.
Dude, I fucking hate Taylor Swift. Did you see her doing? Whoa. Did you see that?
I couldn't believe that they played that game.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Because it was
"Fuck the
what?
fans."
Like,
It was
Negative
-2,
40?
and then then it with the wind chill, it felt like -30 or 40 or some crazy shit.
oh
Like,
my gosh.
they were fighting for their lives out there, dude. Like I was watching it
I mean-
last night at a pregame, and they just looked so miserable in that
Well,
weather.
then you also got to take into consideration that at least the Chiefs are kind of used to playing in that type of weather.
and the Dolphins weren't.
Yeah, the Dolphins are in sunny Florida, bro.
They're playing in paradise every single week.
Chase, what just happened? Because wait, no, don't tell me, Chase.
Nothing happened. Nothing actually happened, but
It's like a
something
pick
almost
6 or
happened.
something. Another pick
Dude.
6.
Dude, I'm not even shitting
I
you.
was right. It's another.
Dude, that dude just fucking. Dude dropped a gimme.
Largest
Whatever.
postseason deficit since 1969.
Wait, does he actually throw another pick right here?
I mean, it should have been. It should have very well been.
Oh
I
my
think
gosh.
He felt bad, so he dropped it.
Oh my gosh, that should have been a pick.
That's gonna be. That's the
Time out,
game.
time out.
That's the game right there, dude. That missed pick, bro. That's gonna be the moment. That's gonna be the moment
That's
that
gonna spark
affected
the
the
comeback. It's gonna
That's
spark
gonna
the comeback.
Now they're gonna score, get the ball back, and start the rally, baby. Just
Oh,
without that.
jeez.
Throw someone out. Throw Turpin
ain't
at
over.
quarterback.
Dude, fuck it. Might as well.
Just
Put
throw
that
Turpin
Cooper
a
Rush or
wildcat.
something.
Just throw Turpin a wildcat
Dude, that
and let him run
motherfucker's
around.
fast. Might
Dude,
as well.
he is so fast. Watching him play in college was so much fun because you almost always knew every single punt return or kick return, he was going to get you at least like 30, 40 yards to a minimum. And maybe like 20% of the time, he was just going to take it to the house. He was so electric. Then unfortunately, he did all those bad things, but we won't talk about that.
That's okay. He's he apologized.
He turned his
And
life
He's
around.
sorry. Now
All right,
he's a
well,
Cowboy.
let's finish this game out, and then we'll throw a tub of the week, and we'll sign off of here. But I kind of
12
want to see the
seconds?
end of this game with you guys, or the end of this
You want-
half with you.
Oh, I was gonna say,
Are
you
you-
want me to sit here for an hour and a half with you? I was like, all
No.
right. I mean,
I love you, buddy, but I don't love you that much.
I was gonna say, we live streaming this to the Robotub page.
Is
Dude, I just like.
it still 12 seconds on your screen, Chase?
Yeah, it's been the longest fucking time.
No
out
one
of my
say shit
life.
because they're about to snap the ball
Oh.
at that
I'm not
12-second
gonna-
mark.
I'm not gonna say anything.
No, they
they
just
took a
called another
timeout.
timeout. Yeah.
I won't say anything. It's 3rd and 10 for me.
Yeah,
Just
it's
throw
3rd and 10 on my end.
Well,
too.
Yeah,
maybe in the meantime, someone can give their tub of the week.
All right, tub of the week is going to be this monstrous Dallas Cowboys comeback. Calling it. followed by a Rams upset over the Detroit Lions, and
It's not happening.
It's my dream of the week. Tab of the week is I don't know, just another week in the books. I'm finally healthy again and starting to lose some weight, feeling good. Getting back in shape, fighting shape, back in the gym. I'm a dangerous man when I'm motivated, so it's good to be back.
Oh,
Oh shit, dogs are barking. Hold on.
What are they calling a flag for?
I have no idea what the flag is for.
He got the first down. If it's not on Dallas, though, I mean,
Yeah, but is it? It looks like they're walking backwards.
offensive PI or what?
Well, we're about to find out.
Oh, it's defensive.
I don't
PI.
know.
That's defensive PI. He's getting molested. Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Dak is so fucking bad. Watch this next play.
Dude,
Oh God,
stop,
what does
Chase.
he do? Does he throw another? Chase, does he throw an interception?
No, just watch where he fucking throws the ball.
What?
Oh God.
Dude,
Oh God.
This is comical.
Dude, he's the only guy who would throw a pick while trying to spike the ball.
Watch this.
Please tell me he throws a pick.
No,
he
he
throws a pick
doesn't.
on a spike.
Oh my gosh. I don't understand what was so bad about that, Chase.
That wasn't that
He
bad.
just threw at the dude's fucking head.
Dude, that's not that bad.
Where else is he supposed to throw it?
His face, yeah, dude, that's where his hands are supposed to be.
Just looked
What are
like
you
it
What are you waffling about?
It bounced off the dude's fucking head. I don't know. It
It
just made me
bounced
laugh.
off CD's face. No, it
No,
didn't.
it didn't.
It did. Yeah.
I don't know.
That was actually a solid pass.
Whatever.
Yeah, he should've-
I saw it differently.
All right,
I
what do
don't
you do?
know.
You gotta. Yeah, you
Wait,
gotta
bro,
go
are
for
they
it.
going for it?
They have to. They're down by 27, bro. You gotta have some.
Dude,
balls.
take the points.
No,
No,
No.
you go for it. You're down 28,
no.
nothing to lose.
Go for it and spark the comeback.
Okay. All right. Well,
Yeah.
at least they got it.
That's where it starts. That's what I said, man. This is where it's gonna start. The missed pick. I hope.
You called it. Luis is him.
I called
All right,
one touchdown.
Give your guys' thingy.
My tub of the week
Luis.
was that frog win last night. That was awesome. It was electric. Dude, I'm so disappointed in Diego. I texted him and I was like, please tell me you went to that game because like it looked so electric on TV. And then they rushed the court and he's like, nah. He's like, I wish. And I'm like, bro, you get to go to all of these games for like essentially free. Like it's all paid
Yeah,
for.
he's got to take
Or-
advantage of that.
It's all paid for already. Like you may as well go, especially if when a team like Houston comes into town. Like go fucking watch the game.
Yeah,
And
I
he was
agree.
just-
I
yeah,
mean,
but any-
I regret not going to as many basketball games as I should have.
I remember going to a ton, like whenever we were playing Baylor or like a top ranked West Virginia or Texas or Tech or whoever. And like even when we'd lose, like they were so much fun to go to. So yeah, I'd say that was my tub. Was watching that W last night. I went out with some friends. Shout out to my boy Justin. He one of my coworkers, he's moving to the Charlotte office and this was like his last weekend here. So we had to send him out on a high. Had a good weekend. I may have drank too much and was kind of down bad this morning, but it was another successful weekend in the books.
Butch Cornbread make an appearance.
Dude, yeah, Butch, man, that guy.
Butch is funny.
I
guy,
told
man.
you, man, he's just gonna come back with a vengeance in 2024, and it looks like he's off to a great start.
Jesus.
The chills.
All right, well, I would say my tub was probably today. I love golfing, so I'm happy I went and got to go and hit some balls today. I was just raking with my driver, so I was happy about that. I wasn't slicing.
Well, boys, pleasure being here again. Good episode, and let's have a great week. And let's, Luis, go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys.
Bakermania. What happened?